Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Biology Boss MCQ, part 27. I would like to encourage you to learn, to like, to share, and to subscribe. A small hibiscus plant in a pot was placed in a darkness for 4 days. It was removed, placed in a large airtight belly jar containing a beaker of potassium hydroxide solution and exposed to strong sunlight. After 3 hours, the plant would have A. Not formed starch because carbon dioxide in the belly jar was absorbed by the potassium hydroxide. B. Formed starch because chlorophyll, light, and other conditions for photosynthesis. Not formed any starch because 3 hours was too short for photosynthesis. D. Formed starch because the strong sunlight provided the energy for photosynthesis. And the answer is A. Not formed starch because carbon dioxide in the belly jar was absorbed by potassium hydroxide. When leaves are tested to see if they have produced starch in photosynthesis, discs are punched from the leaves, killed in boiling water, boiled in alcohol, washed in hot water, submerged in iodine solution, and finally observed. If starch is present, it will react with iodine solution. What would be the effect of getting to boil the leaf disc in alcohol? A. It will not affect the experiment because boiling removes the green color. B. The starch iodine solution reaction would be masked by chlorophyll. C. The starch will be absent from the leaf. C. D. The leaf cell would remain alive and thus impermeable to iodine solution. And the answer is B. The starch iodine solution reaction would be masked by chlorophyll. Which of the following conditions is not one that would cause stomata to open or close? A. The amount of oxygen around the plant. B. Temperature. C. The humidity. D. The time of day or night. And the answer is A. The amount of oxygen around the plant. Which one of the following light bands of the spectrum is of least value for photosynthesis? A. Green. B. Violet light. C. Red light. D. Blue light. And the answer is A. Green light. Which one of the following structure adaptations of leaves is important for light absorption during photosynthesis? A. Large intercellular air spaces in the spongy layer. B. Large number of stomata on leaf surface. C. Broad and flat shapes of leaves. D. Dense network of veins. And the answer is C. Broad and flat shapes of leaves. The dark phase may be called the carbon fixation phase because A. Hydrogen ions combine with carbon dioxide molecules. B. Carbon dioxide is given off. C. Carbon dioxide is fixed. D. Water is split. And the answer is A. Hydrogen ions combine with carbon dioxide molecules. A student discharged a leaf of a bean plant and used it to show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. His experiment was not successful because A. He should have used leaves from plants which produce variegated leaves. B. He did not discharge the leaf before the experiment. C. He forgot to draw the chlorophyll map of the leaf. D. A bean plant has compound leaves and only simple leaves should be used. And the answer is A. He should have used leaves from plants which produce variegated leaves. Which of the following gases is liberated by submerged green plants during day? A. Nitrogen. B. Oxygen. C. Ammonia. D. Carbon dioxide. And the answer is B. Oxygen. By which one of the following processes does carbon dioxide leave blood capillaries into the alveoli? A. Osmosis. B. Active transport. C. Diffusion. D. Capillarity. And the answer is C. Diffusion. Which one of the following pairs of organs is important in the digestion of fats? A. Stomach and liver. B. Pancreas and stomach. C. Liver and pancreas. D. Stomach and mouth. And the answer is C. Liver and pancreas. Which one of the following is a likely effect of a decrease in the number of platelets in the blood? A. The body may not be able to distribute heat efficiently. B. There may be prolonged bleeding in case of an injury. C. The body may not be able to fight disease. D. The blood may not be able to carry enough oxygen. And the answer is B. There may be prolonged bleeding in case of an injury. The best explanation for panting in an athlete immediately after a race is to A. Allow fast blood flow to the lungs. B. Restore the used energy. C. Take in more oxygen. D. Allow fast blood flow from muscles. And the answer is C. Take in more oxygen. Lack of nucleus in a red blood cell is advantageous in that A. Enables the cell to pass through thin epithelium. B. Allows the cell to carry a lot of oxygen. C. Enables the cell to carry much dissolved food. D. Helps the cell to fight disease-causing organisms. And the answer is B. Allows the cell to carry a lot of oxygen. Which one of the following parts of the flower is not essential to reproduction? A. Corolla. B. Stigma. C. Style. D. Anthers. And the answer is A. Corolla. The role of renin in children during digestion is A. Mixing the milk protein with digestive enzymes. B. Breaking down milk protein into peptides. C. Coagulating milk protein. D. Activating pepsin to digest the milk protein. And the answer is C. Coagulating milk protein. Which one of the following parts of a tooth contains living tissue? A. Cement. B. Pulp cavity. C. Enamel. D. Dentine. And the answer is B. Pulp cavity. Which one of the following layers of human skin helps the body to retain water? A. Subcutaneous layer. B. Granular layer. C. Conified layer. D. Malpighian layer. And the answer is C. Conified layer. Which one of the following increases the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere? A. Excretion. B. Action of nitrifying bacteria. C. Action of denitrifying bacteria. D. Action of fungi on dead organic matter. And the answer is C. Action of denitrifying bacteria. In a plant tissue, water moved from cell A to cell B. This indicates that cell A and cell B had the same osmotic potential. B. Cell A had a higher osmotic potential than cell B. C. Cell A had a lower osmotic potential than cell B. D. Cell A was older than cell B. And the answer is C. Cell A had a lower osmotic potential than cell B. Which of the following are the end products of lactose? A. Glucose and sucrose. B. Glucose and galactose. C. Glucose and fructose. D. Fructose and galactose. And the answer is B. Glucose and galactose. Hello friends, thank you very much for participating in Biology Boss MCQ part 27. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.